Ever look at your roster and think, I've got way too many middles, not enough middles, or not enough hitters to make this work? You're not alone. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 volleyball offense schemes you can use when your roster is unbalanced. Whether you have too many middles, not enough middles, or too many outside to work with. These are practical, coach-tested systems you can actually run without reinventing your entire program. If you've ever had to build an offense with the wrong players, this video is for you. Before we get started, don't forget to hit like and subscribe so we can keep creating more in-depth volleyball breakdowns. And if you haven't already, check out our other defensive system breakdowns like perimeter defense and man-up defense. Now let's look at some of these interesting offense adjustments. So what if you have 3 middles? Then you should try the 3 middle offensive scheme. Here's how it works. Instead of having 2 permanent middle hitters, now each middle will give up one of their rotations to a person playing in the typical right side position. That means each of the 3 players plays middle for 2 rotations, and right side for 1 rotation. So across the lineup, all 3 middle hitters get real opportunities in the middle of the court, where they are most comfortable. You can run this out of a 6-2, 5-2, or even 5-1 offense. The only difference is changing up serve and serve receiving, switching positions in the front row, and communicating when the right side plays middle and when the middles plays on the right side. In our example, we are going to have the right side hitter, who we will name RH, switch to play on the middle in rotation 2 and rotation 3. It can be any 2 rotations, but in the example, this is probably one of the easiest for the players to remember. So for rotation 2 and serve, both players just stay in their spots and don't switch like they normally do. Same for serve receive. Instead of having the players switch when the ball goes over the net, just have them stay in their spots. Now for rotation 3 and serve, have the middle, playing the right side position, start in the middle position. The middle hitter 2 will have to move from one side of court to the other to place themselves in the right side position as the ball hits the server's hands. Now for receive, run a play as normal, then have them switch. This is a great time to run a slide with the middle hitter 2 player as they will be playing on the right side during this rotation. Here's why it works. This offense works because it switches up attacking looks, gives more players reps at the middle hitting position, which is a key position, and it places another great blocker on the right side of the court. From the opponent's perspective, blockers and defenders are constantly adjusting to new hitters, new tendencies, and new angles. So when should you use this offense? This system is great if you have 3 capable middle hitters. You want to develop middles instead of limiting reps. You're facing teams that have a good outside hitter that you want a good block. You want a simpler alternative to more complex offenses, and to make it difficult for other teams to scout you. It's especially useful at the youth, club, and high school levels where versatility matters. Here are some coaching tips. Train hitters in the middle and on the right side. Make sure setters are comfortable with moving the middles around. And clearly define which rotation the swap happens in. So what if you have 1 middle? Then you should try the 1 middle offensive scheme. When a team only has 1 true middle hitter, one effective adjustment is to have the setter act as the second middle when they rotate to the front row. Instead of forcing another player into a full middle role, the setter simply takes on middle blocking responsibilities on defense and sits out of the middle on offense while also including dumps, jousts, and quick attacks on second contact. In this system, the single true middle continues to run normal middle tempos, quick ones, gaps, or slides. This keeps your defensive structure intact without asking an outside or right side to suddenly learn middle footwork and reads. Offensively, this simplifies things. You're not running 2 true middles, so the setter doesn't need to force quick tempos to a second player who may not be comfortable. Instead, the offense leans on outsides, right sides, and setter attacks to apply pressure. The setter becomes a scoring option rather than just a distributor. This adjustment works especially well at the youth, club, and high school levels, where depth can be limited and player versatility matters more than perfect systems. It also helps teams dealing with injuries or developing middles who aren't ready. The key is communication and clarity. Everyone understands that there is one true middle. So what if you have 3 outsides? Then you should try the 3 outside offensive scheme. Here's how it works. Instead of having 2 permanent outside hitters, now each outside will give up one of their rotations to a right side hitter. That means each of the 3 hitters plays outside for 2 rotations and right side for 1 rotation. So across the lineup, all 3 attackers get real opportunities on the pin, especially on the outside, where most teams score the most points. Here is an example. You can run this out of a 6-2, 5-2, or even 5-1 offense. The only difference is changing up serve and serve, receiving switching positions in the front row, and communicating when the right side plays outside and when the outside plays on the right side. In our example, we are going to have the right side hitter, who we will name RH, switch to play on the outside pin in rotation 1 and rotation 2. It can be any 2 rotations, but in the example, this is probably one of the easiest for the players to remember. So for rotation 1 and serve, both players just stay in their spots and don't switch like they normally do. Same for serve receive. Instead of having the players switch when the ball goes over the net, just have them stay in their spots. Now for rotation 2 and serve, it will change from on the right side, moving to their spot in right front, to both players switching. Then in serve receive, you will need to make adjustments. You can move your right side over, then run a serve receive play out of it, then have players move to their designated positions when the ball goes over the net. All other rotations should be normal in this typical example. Here's why it works. This offense works because it switches up attacking looks, gives more players reps at the outside hitting position, which is a key position, and makes it harder for defenses to key in on one dominant outside. From the opponent's perspective, blockers and defenders are constantly adjusting to new hitters, new tendencies, and new angles. So when should you use this offense? This system is great if you have 3 capable pin hitters, you want to develop hitters instead of limiting reps, you're facing teams that camp on your top outside hitter. You want a simpler alternative to more complex offenses, and to make it difficult for other teams to scout you. It's especially useful at the youth, club, and high school levels where versatility matters. Here are some coaching tips. Train hitters on both pins. Clean up serve-receive responsibilities. Make sure setters are comfortable delivering sets to both sides. And clearly define which rotation the swap happens in. Now let's look at what you can do if you do not have enough pin hitters. There are 2 offenses that come to mind. The 5-2, which uses 3 pin hitters, and the 4-2, which only uses 2 pin hitters. What is the 5-2 offense? The 5-2 offense uses 5 hitters and 2 setters, with both setters actively setting, including when they are in the front row. Unlike a 6-2, the setter does not have to be back row to set. This creates 3 rotations where a setter is in the front row. It's basically the 5-1, but with 2 setters. Here are some of the strengths of the 5-2 offense. Flexibility. Setters can attack or dump when front row setter. Involvement keeps setters engaged as offensive threats. Simpler than a 6-2, less switching and fewer positional adjustments. Can work well if setters are strong, all-around players. Here are some weaknesses of the 5-2 offense. Inconsistent tempo, 2 different setters. Fewer front row attackers in some rotations. Requires setters who can both set and attack effectively. Less common, so players may be unfamiliar with it. When should you use the 5-2 offense? Use the 5-2 offense if you have two athletic setters, one setter who is good in defense and the other who is good in the front row to attack, dump, and block, and you want more setter involvement at the net without fully committing to a 6-2 system. It's also a good way to stay competitive if you are limited on hitters and only need 3 good pin hitters. Again, this is a great system if you have 2 good setters with one who can run the offense in the front row, including dumping and blocking, and be an offensive weapon as well. Now let's go over all 6 rotations of a 5-2 volleyball offense. Please note, for educational purposes, we are going to go over a typical 6-rotation example with the libero playing left back subbing, in and out, with the middles, and starting in rotation 1. We are also going to give a number to a position for who is on the floor first. So for the outside hitter that's on the floor first, I will call them outside hitter 1, to make it easier to distinguish between different players on the court. The outside hitter, who is on the floor as an outside hitter next, will be designated as outside hitter 2. Rotation 1 will start in rotation with the setter 1, in back row and right back, the libero who subbed out with the second middle and middle back, the defensive specialist 1, or outside hitter 2 in left back, the right side hitter in left front, the first middle and middle front, and the outside hitter 1 in right front. For serve, setter 1 will go back to serve. All other players will position themselves into position to move to their proper positions on the court. As soon as the ball makes contact with the serve, all players will move to their base positions. Setter 1 moves to right back, libero to left back, defensive specialist 1, or outside hitter 2, to middle back, right side hitter to right front, middle stays in middle front, and outside hitter 1 moves to left front, all in their typical base position. For serve receive, there are many ways you can move your players around. In this tutorial, we will always try to move our outside hitters to the left side of the court to make it easy for an initial attack. So we will stack and move our outside hitter 1 to left back, our defensive specialist to middle back, our libero to right back. Our setter 1 needs to stay behind the outside hitter, 1 who is pulled back, and our middle and right sides need to stay to the left of the outside hitter, 1 who is pulled back. Here is also an unstack, serve-receive example. Now let's look at rotation 2. We will start in rotation with the first outside hitter or second defensive specialist in right back, setter 1 in middle back, the libero in left back, the outside hitter 2 in left front, the right side hitter in middle front, and the middle hitter 1 in right front. For serve, the outside hitter 1 or defensive specialist 2 will go back to serve, and all players will position themselves ready to move to base as the ball makes contact with the server's hand. Setter 1 moves to right back, libero to left back, defensive specialist 2 or outside hitter 1 to middle back, right side hitter to right front, middle stays in middle front, and outside hitter 2 moves to left front, all in their typical base position. For serve receive, we will pull the outside hitter 2 straight back, and the setter up pushing the right side to the net, and middle off to the right side of the court. Now let's look at rotation 3. We will start in rotation with the libero subbing in for middle hitter 1 in right back, the DS2, or outside hitter 1 in middle back, setter 1 in left back, the middle hitter 2 in left front, the outside hitter 2 in middle front, and the right side hitter in right front. For serve, the middle hitter 1, or libero, will go back to serve, and players will switch to their positions upon ball contact. For serve receive, we again will pull back the outside hitter, 2 to pass to the left back part of the court, which will move over the middle. The setter has some freedom to move more to the middle of the court, as they just need to stay to the left of the DS2 and behind the middle hitter 2. On serve contact, they will play it out. The next 3 rotations are different, as we now have a front row setter, who we will call setter 2, and a right side hitter will either move to the back row to play defensive and hit out of the back row, or sub them out for a right back defensive position player. So for rotation 4, we'll start in rotation with the right back defensive specialist in back row in right back, the libero in middle back, the defensive specialist 2, or outside hitter 1 in left back, setter 2 in left front, middle hitter 2 in middle front, and the outside hitter 2 in right front. For serve, the right back DS will go back and serve the ball. Once contact is made, then players will move to their base positions. Setter 2 to right front, outside hitter 2 to left front, right back to right back, DS2 to middle back, and libero to left back. For serve receive, we are still pulling our outside hitter 2 back in to serve receive. Right back will typically stand behind and to the right of the players passing. Setter 2 stays, and middle pulls back to the 10-foot line. Rotation 5 will start in rotation with the second outside hitter or first defensive specialist in right back, the right back DS in middle back, the libero in left back, the outside hitter 1 in left front, setter 2 in middle front, and the middle hitter 2 in right front. For serve, the outside hitter 2 will be serving. Once the ball makes contact with the server's hands, players will move to their base spots. On serve receive, we will again push the outside hitter 1 back to the left back in serve receive, the right back DS back behind serve receive with the setter at the net. For rotation 6, we will start in rotation with the libero subbing in for middle hitter 2, in right back, the DS1 or outside hitter 2 in middle back, the right back DS in left back, the middle hitter 1 in left front, the outside hitter 1 in middle front, and setter 2 in right front. For serve, have either the libero or middle hitter 2 serve. Once on contact, have players move to their base positions. For serve receive, the setter will be at the net. The outside hitter 1 will pull back again and serve receive, and the right back DS will again pull back behind the passers and serve receive. Take a look at the 4-2 volleyball offense scheme. So what is the 4-2 formation? The 4-2 formation is a unique and straightforward formation in volleyball. In this system, you'll have 4 specified attackers and 2 specified setters. The key distinction here is that 2 distinct setters will only set from the front row, and they alternate setting responsibilities every 3 rotations. Here is an example of the first 3 rotations. Please feel free to pause at any time. I hope you found this helpful. For a free download of this printable sheet for players or your own use, click on the link below and visit volleyballtools.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you have any questions or want to see more volleyball resources. See you in the next video.